Hello, you all. Good morning. Happy Sunday. My name is Ashley. This is Royal Dominion Authority, where we walk by faith and not by sight, where we have been called a peculiar generation, a special people, a royal priesthood, called from out of the darkness into God's marvelous light to sing forth the praises of the Lord, right? So listen, you all. So today is Sunday. I try to come on here every Sunday, every Saturday and Sunday to just encourage you all. Some Saturdays and Sundays I don't make it, but yesterday I was doing hair mostly all day, and while I was doing hair Friday and Saturday, and while I was doing hair those 2 days, like a word just stuck with me. Like the whole time I'm doing hair, God just keep reminding me to pick it back up again. So I don't know who this word will be for, but I just wanted to come encourage somebody to pick it back up again. You may have laid it down, you know, your gift, your talent, that idea, that thought, that project, you know, whatever it is, you may have laid it down and probably didn't pick it back up, probably because it wasn't the time for it, it wasn't the season for it, probably because it did not work out, probably because you weren't successful in it, probably because it became a heavy load and too much to bear. I don't know exactly the reason why you put it down, but if this word is for you, you're going to know it's for you, because God has been telling you this, or he's been telling you something similar, to pick it back up, to start it again, to retry it, to do it over. This time is going to be a makeover. This time it will work. This time you will be successful in it. This time you will understand it more. This time it will look like the way that it was supposed to look all along. And I say this because you all, I did hair on Friday and Saturday, and I have not done hair in 6 or 7 years, right? And I just was amazed at how my work turned out. Like, I knew I could do it because I used to do hair back when I was younger. I did hair for a long time. I did hair from the age of 13 all the way to the age of like 29. And I stopped because I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't being paid what I was worth. Like, people really didn't want to pay my prices, as you all see that happens today. People didn't want to pay my prices. But not only that, you all, I loved doing hair, so I did not mind. Like, I was that type of person. I wasn't really charging a whole lot anyways, but I was doing hair back in 2000. So I was a teenager getting money, you know, late teens, early 20s getting money. That was my way of getting money. Like, God blessed me with that gift to do hair and to do it well. You all, I did hair very good. But another reason why I stopped doing hair is because when I would stand up for a long period of time, I would get faintish, so I would have to sit down. A lot of times I stood up as long as I could, and then I would sit down when I feel like I was getting faintish. And then the third reason why I stopped doing hair is because I'm a slow braider. Like, I take really pride in my work, and I try to do my work to excellence. And I did very, very good hair, you all, but I just braided slow. And my clients did not care. People who knew that I do hair and knew that I was a slow braider, and when they came to me, they already knew that, and they did not mind, because they knew that once they got up out of their seat, once they paid their money, they was going to be good, taken care of. Like, they would not be disappointed. So they didn't mind me braiding slow. But the fourth reason, and the ultimate reason that I stopped doing hair, you all, was because I did not want to do hair anymore. I didn't want to do hair no more. Like, I was lazy, and I always been the type of person, if you better book with me, because if you wait too late, I will change my mind. Or you better book with me and stay on me, because if you don't, I might change my mind. That's how I was when I did hair. People know when I did hair, I was on it. But when I ain't feel like doing no hair, I wasn't gonna do no hair. You couldn't offer me $200 a head. It did not, money back then to me did not matter. If I knew that I wasn't gonna feel like doing it, I was not going to book, right? And so I stopped doing hair because I just simply did not want to do hair no more. Like, I got tired of doing hair. I was doing hair from the age of 13 all the way to 29. That was the only gift or talent that I had that I was making money from at a young age, that was legit, that kept me out of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't the child that ran in the streets. Like, I was outside with my friends and homegirls, but I was raised by my grandma, so I could not run the streets like that. So that really, it kept money in my pocket. It kept me busy after school. You know, when I went to Job Corps, I was doing hair. I was doing my teacher's hair. I was doing my peers' hair. I just did hair. That was just me. Anybody that know me back in the day knew that I did hair. And all of a sudden, I just stopped doing hair. And when I stopped doing hair, everybody was like, man, like, you tripping. Like, why would you do that? That was your money maker. And I was like, man, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I was working and still doing hair. Like, hair was my life. And I stopped doing hair because I was tired of it. Like, I just wanted something new. Like, I was a CNA, and I was working like regular jobs, but I was a certified nursing assistant as well. And I did hair. But hair was my first job. Hair was the first thing that ever taught me how to make money. That ever taught me what real money looked like. Like, folding money, money that come in cents, nickel, dimes, and pennies. Like, you know, hair really showed me what money was. Like, when I started making money doing hair, I didn't have to ask my grandma, can you buy me this and that? I was 13 years old. I was buying my own stuff. It was some things that my grandma still had to buy me, rightfully so, because she was taking care of me. But the things that I wanted, I was going to buy on my own. And when I stopped doing hair, I thought that was the end. Like, I stopped doing hair. I'm not going to do no hair until I want to do it. Like, but I did not see hair in my future. That's how much I did dislike doing hair. Like, I stopped it. But I still, over the years, I would still have people come to me and be like, man, you need to start back doing hair. I want my hair done. This, that, and the third. You know how it is. So I was like, no, y'all better go find somebody else because I don't do hair no more. So all of a sudden, out the blue, I did somebody's hair the other day. And I'm just so amazed at how well I did. I thought that, you know, I knew that it was going to turn out good, cute, or whatever like that, you know. But I did not know that I would be as successful once I got done, that it would actually look the way that I wanted to look. Granted, I did have to take like 4 braids. It was about 5 braids I had to redo over because I didn't like the end result. But you know, there is growth, and God is saying even the things that we used to do or newly things that we are picking up, God is saying he's giving us time to grow in those areas and to also look back and see how far we've come, that when we do pick it up again this time, it's going to produce excellence. It's going to produce that result that we've been waiting for like forever, since I don't know how long you've been waiting. But since that time that you've been waiting. And I'm just so amazed because when I was doing hair Friday and yesterday, I kept hearing pick it back up. So God is talking to somebody right now. He's telling you to pick it back up. Yeah, you laid it down. And God may have told you to lay it down for a season, for a time. And you laid it down and you probably forgot about it, or you probably thought about it, you know, time after time or over time, be like, okay, God, when can I, you know? And God was like, not yet, not yet, not yet. Because God was making you in the process. He was remaking you in the process. He was remolding you. He was re-strengthening you. He was placing in you the stamina and the ability that you needed. Because when I was on my way to do hair that Friday, I said a prayer on my way to do hair. I was in the car and I was praying. And I was like, God, because like I told you all before, you know, before I would get faintish, feeling like I'm about to pass out. So I would have to sit down. I couldn't stand up no longer than probably like 2 or 3 hours, like on a head. I would have to sit down after that. So on my way to doing hair, I just started praying like, God, please give me stamina to finish it. God, give me the strength. I want your strength. Give me the power to do it. Give me the ability to do it. I don't want to feel like I'm about to pass out. Let me do it. Let me be on my feet the whole time. Like, let me be successful in this. If this is your will, that's the prayer that I prayed. I said, God, if this is your will, you're going to make it work. When I tell you all, like I said before, I am a slow braider and I did these, but they were much smaller. And so usually something like that takes me about 15 hours, you all. I'm telling you, I'm a slow braider. I braid very slow. And so I had already told my client, listen, I'm gonna break it up in sections. I'm gonna do one part Friday and I'm gonna do the next part Saturday because I braid slow. And my client was so okay with it. And I was just like, okay, God, okay. So my Friday, I spent like 6 hours Friday. And Saturday, I spent like 6 hours. So that's like 12 hours really on the head. And you all, I did not have to sit down at all. There was one point in time Saturday when I felt faintish, but I was praying in my head like, God, give me the strength. God, give me the strength. And that was all. Like, I did not have to sit down. I went to the point where I felt like I was about to fall out. I started sweating a little bit, but it wasn't nothing like how it used to be. And I feel like God is like helping us in this season to be our best and to do our best and to do it with excellence and to do it the way that he had created us to do it, you all. Listen, I don't know who this word was for. I know it ain't just for me, but whatever it is, God says, pick it back up. This time, you will win. This time it will work. This time it will go through. This time you would see success in it. This time. It probably worked last time, but last time probably wasn't the right time. Right? Like you was probably successful in doing it. You know, you had some kinks in the road, but God is saying this time when you pick it up, baby, he is going to allow you to go all the way full-fledged with it. Come on. Listen, God. Listen, you all. I love God because God really makes a way out of no way. God really makes rivers in the desert for us when we are thirsty. God gives us drink. When we are hungry, God gives us food. Listen, you all, God takes care of us. And he's saying the very thing that you put down, maybe you put it down because like me, you ain't want to do it no more. It was too stressful. It was too much. It was too heavy of a load. God is saying, I allowed you to put it down because I knew I wasn't putting no more on you that you could bear. So I knew that in that season, you probably couldn't bear anymore. But this time when you pick it up, I'm going to allow it to work out for your good. And you ain't going to have to stop. Because I stopped and I thought I wasn't going to never go back to doing hair. I ain't saying I'm going back to doing hair, but I feel like God is telling me that this is my season to be successful in every gift that he's created in me, every gift and every talent that he gave me. He's going to allow me to see it to the finish. He's going to allow me to be successful in it because he placed it in my hands. And yeah, God placed it in your hands, and God is saying this is the season to pick it back up. When you laid it down, when he allowed you to lay it down, God knew that there was a work to be done. Not just in you, but with that gift. And that gift needed time to sit. You needed time. You needed a break. But God is saying, get back to work. That's what he's telling me. And I feel like this word is not just for me. God is saying, get back to work. It's go time. My pastor always said that it's go time. And I truly believe it's go time. It's time for takeoff. It's time to take flight. If you want to soar high above with the eagles, what is that? Isaiah 40 and 31. Take off. Take off. Pick it back up and take off. Do not look back. Run. It may not be easy like you want it to be, but it's not going to be as hard or as tedious as it was before. God says, run, baby, run, and don't look back. Don't look back. Like God told Lot, like the angels told Lot's wife to go ahead, but don't look back. She looked back. I don't think she looked back like she wanted to go back, but she just looked back at all the things that she was leaving behind. But God say don't look back. She looked back, and what happened? She turned into a pillar of salt. She right on down. She went right back to dust. How I look at it. God is saying go forward. Go forward. Now is not the time to continue second guessing. If you're going to second guess, Do it while you're second guessing. If you're going to doubt, do it while you're doubting. Like, God is going to, make a way out of no way. He's going to handle all of that, but you have to pick it up and walk in it. You can't no longer sit on the sidelines and be like, what if, or when, or how? Because a lot of us have questions like, how are you going to do it, God? God, you're telling me to do this, but how am I going to do it? How am I going to get it done? I don't see a way. But God is saying, will you trust me? Pick it back up. Happy Sunday. Today is Freedom Sundays. This is your freedom on today to pick it back up, baby, and trust that God has already worked it out. All God is waiting on you to do is pick it up and deliver. God has already given you the blueprint. God just wants you to pick it up and do it. Trust in God. Trust the process. Trust this season in your life. In the name of Jesus. Amen.